The film starts from 1954. We see a man named Ray Kroc. Ray did a lot of work in his life. He worked as a driver in an ambulance, played piano in a musical band, became a salesman and sold a lot of things, and he also did property work. Today, when Ray was 52 years old, he used to work as a salesman in a company, selling juicers and blenders. He had saved some money in his life so that he could easily spend his old age. Ray's wife used to support him in every work, but Ray had to do something in his life. He had a desire to move forward. He always kept thinking that he should do something. One day Ray gets a call from his secretary, who tells Ray that you have to go to a restaurant and give 6 juicers. Ray says, "What 6? I think you have heard something wrong. Give me their number. I will find out myself." The secretary gives Ray their number. When Ray calls there, he talks to a man named Dick, who tells Ray that yes, I had given the order of juicers, but now not 6, but we need 8. Now Ray went to find out the address of their restaurant and went to deliver them. When he goes near their restaurant, he sees that there are people standing in long lines when he also orders something to eat. His order came in a few seconds. Ray was surprised to see their fast pace because no one delivers so fast. Now he takes his food and sits on the side and starts eating. Then a man comes to him while cleaning and asks, "Did you like our burger?" Ray replies, "Very tasty, but who are you?" That man tells, "I am the owner of this place." When Ray also gives him his card, he found out that he is the one from whom he has ordered the juicer machine. Now that man tells Ray his name is Mac, and also took him inside. He shows the whole system of his kitchen. Ray liked everything very much. Here Ray meets Mac's brother Dick, with whom he had spoken on the phone. Ray tells both the brothers, "I liked your work very much. I want to invite you to dinner." Dick says, No, let it be," but Ray does not listen to him. At night, the 3 of them meet in a hotel. Ray asks them, "How did you start all this?" "I liked everything very much." Mac tells, "We were small and hungry. There was a shortage of jobs in our city. So we went to Hollywood, meaning films in the world, where films were made. We started working as a truck driver there, and in a few days, we earned a lot of money. Then we thought of opening a theater with that money. But at that time, only 1 or 2 movies were released a year, so we could have lost money. Then we thought of opening a small restaurant, but that city was small. There were few people, so our work could not run there. Then we thought, why not open our restaurant in a big city? But we did not have so much money, so we shifted our small restaurant there and named it McDonald's. Yes, the same McDonald's that is spread all over the world today. At the beginning, our work went very well, but slowly our sales started to decrease. The reason was that our restaurant was actually a driving restaurant where people sit in their car, order, and the thing comes to them. But our orders started getting late here. Max says at that time, there were 27 items on our menu. But during this time, we came to know that there are burgers, fries, and soft drinks in our most sold things. Then we started packing paper and finished the mess of utensils. Later, we started that people should come and take their food. But we wanted to do something that will represent our idea. No one should know anything about this. We thought for our customers that we will complete their order in 30 seconds, which was very difficult for us, but we did. We took all our employees to a place where we made the design of our kitchen and got our employees to practice. At first, it took us time, but we succeeded soon. Then we made our kitchen exactly like that. But this plan also failed. When people started asking for delivery by pressing the horn at us, we said that you yourself will have to come and give your order. More than half of the customers left us like this. Then we thought that the old way is fine, but for that, we could not do everything again. That's why we thought of opening again so that people get to know about us. That's when a lot of insects came there, which came because of the lights. Everyone left again. Our restaurant was empty. The next morning, a child came to us and ordered 3 burgers, although our restaurant was closed, but we still did not refuse him. Then after that, a car stopped, then another. And in this way, there was a huge line, which has not ended till today. It has been 30 years since we are doing this work. Ray leaves after listening to the whole story of those 2 brothers. The next morning, Ray goes back to those two brothers and says, "You should open more McDonald's franchises, means the restaurant of your name in different cities." Dick says, "We tried it, but our plan failed." Ray asks why? Dick says, "Quality control. We cannot see these things properly, what the people who use our name will sell, and what will they do. At one place, we also opened a restaurant of our name, and they started selling something different. So it is better than opening 50 disgusting restaurants. We thought that what we have now, we should pay attention to them, on which we have our control." Meanwhile, Ray sees a painting over there. When Ray asks about it, they say this was our idea for our restaurant. There were yellow rings light on that building. They say there is another restaurant like this. When Ray goes to that place and sees the restaurant in which there were yellow lights, he thinks that this idea is amazing. Ray comes back and tells everything to his wife. She says, "Ray, you have worked very hard in your life. Now leave everything and give time to your family." But Ray was very hardworking. He wanted to do something by moving forward in life. That's why he again goes to his two brothers, Mac and Dick. He tells them that I roamed in many cities. One thing was common in every city, church, and court. So this idea came to my mind about McDonald's. We will also make our branch in every city where people can eat with their family and enjoy a lot and have a lot of fun. So my meaning is clear that I want to work with you people. Both the brothers also wanted this, so they were ready to contract with Ray. There were many conditions in that contract, but still, Ray reads all the conditions and agrees. Now they needed money to open a new restaurant. So that's why Ray mortgages his house to the bank and borrows some money. Ray started working on his project. After a few days, a new branch of McDonald's opens. In this, Ray had worked day and night. The brothers also refused to listen to Ray, but Ray was crazy about everything. One day, when he goes to eat with his wife and some friends, even there Ray tells his friends about his ideas. He actually wanted to open another branch of McDonald's. His friends were ready to agree to this. They invest their money and open a restaurant similarly. Within a month, the third branch of McDonald's opens, but Ray is not happy with their work and hygiene. Then Ray sees the situation and decides to make his own team. He keeps all those people in his team who wanted to do something in the future. Ray meets a man who was the owner of a restaurant. He was famous and was very impressed by seeing McDonald's. His wife was also with the owner of that restaurant, whom Ray liked a lot. He also plays the piano with her. That man had also bought a franchise of McDonald's from Ray. He says, "I will open it in such a place that will be in the middle of the city." A year passed, and McDonald's had made a lot of progress, but Ray still does not have a profit. So now he calls back Mac and Dick and says, "We should make a contract again, so that I will get some profit." But now both the brothers felt that they made a big mistake by contracting with Ray and wanted to end the partnership with Ray. Ray goes to his house and his wife asks, "Ray, did you take a loan by mortgaging our house in the bank? I've got a call from the bank. You have not deposited the installment for 3 months. If this happens, then we will come on the road very soon." Getting worried about these things, Ray goes to the owner of that restaurant who recently bought the franchise of McDonald's. Ray also liked his wife. When Ray tells him about all his problems, the owner of the restaurant says, "Actually, Ray, the ice creams we make to make milkshakes, there's a lot of expense to store them in the fridge." Meanwhile, the wife of that owner gives Ray an idea. The milkshake that is made from powder, she says it comes in 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla. We can save our expenses by using it. By doing this, the electricity bill of all McDonald's will also be halved. We will not need ice cream again. Now when Ray tastes it, he really likes it. He goes and tells everything to both the brothers, but after hearing this, they clearly refuse this thing. They say, "We need milk and ice creams to make milkshakes, and we cannot do this. We do not compromise on our quality." They refuse this thing. Ray had opened 13 branches of McDonald's, but he was not earning money yet. That's why he goes to the bank, so that he can take some more time from them. But the bank was not ready to listen to him. Although Ray also tells about his helplessness, but they could not help him. Then a man sitting there listens to Ray. When Ray comes out of the bank, He follows him and says, while stopping him, "I have heard all your talks. If you are not earning money by doing such a good business, you do not have any profit, then you're doing something wrong." I saw McDonald's. I ate food there many times, but I do not understand where you are making the mistake. Now that man goes to his office with Ray and reads his contract papers. After reading this, he says to Ray, "If you want to bring any change in your business, you have to take the permission of your partners. This is written in your contract. When you allow someone to open a branch of McDonald's, what do you have to do?" Ray says whoever wants our name buys land and makes a restaurant. Then we give him a 20-year McDonald's franchise license. Along with that, we give him training and tell him about the use of our machines. That man listens to Ray and says, "No, you can never earn a lot of profit in this way. Why don't you do this? You buy the land yourself, and then the man who wants to buy the franchise, you give him on rent. In this way, you can buy more land from that rent, and then your business will also increase. And if those people do not keep the quality of things well, you cancel their license, your partners, Mac and Dick, and everyone will be in your fist." Ray says, "You mean if I do this, then the brothers will not be the owners of McDonald's?" That man says yes. Now Ray listens to that man and opens another company and named it Franchise Reality Corporation. When Mac and Dick find out about this, they become furious. They say to Ray on the phone, "You can't change anything in McDonald's." Ray says, "I am not changing anything. You will do all that, but I will decide what is happening outside." Ray had also met many investors like this. He also starts making powdered milkshakes. When Mac and Dick find out about all this, they say, "Look, you are doing wrong. You do not take our permission for anything." Ray says, "I am tired of following your orders. You become an obstacle in my progress. I say anything to you, you clearly refuse." Saying this, he had switched off the phone. In this way, Ray goes according to his will and opens many branches of McDonald's. When Mac and Dick find out about all this, they say to Ray, "You have stolen our idea. First of all, the idea of fast service was ours." Ray says, "You both can never move forward. You do not want to progress, so I did all this. You have to take risks for business, and I did all that." Ray says, "You can't do anything to me." Hearing this, Mac gets a diabetes attack because he already was a diabetic patient. Mac is taken to the hospital where Ray also comes to meet him. He gives him a check. Mac says, "What do you want to buy?" Ray says, "You get well. We will talk again." Saying this, he left from there. Mac says to his brother, "We can never win with this." Now Dick calls Ray and says, "We need a lot of money, 1% profit of the company, and also the ownership of our first branch." Ray thought all this was too much. He talks to him and says, "Look, I am ready to listen to everything, but I can't give you that 1% profit because my investors will never agree for this." They both agree. Mac and Dick asks Ray, "When you met us for the first time, we told you about everything. Why didn't you start your business?" He claims that success isn't having a successful restaurant or running it, but the success is in the name of McDonald. I wanted this name. Look, all the money I gave you today, you can't earn it all your life. Saying this, he leaves from there. Now Ray had bought McDonald's name completely from Mac and Dick. They were separated from this name. There are 1,600 branches of McDonald's today in 5 countries because of Ray's success. It is apparent that the same person continues forward who had love for work like Ray. He achieved a lot with his passion. It is shown at the end that Ray had married the restaurant owner's wife, with whom he also played the piano. This is a true story, so I'm sure you've figured out how McDonald's came to be. Here concludes this story.